Good day everyone, this is Patrick from UsdJpy Code Trading System, and it's Sunday the 19th of January 2020, and this is the weekly analysis for the third week of January, and this is the analysis for spot gold and dollar yen. Let's start off with spot gold, and after a hammer-like candlestick earlier in the week, on Tuesday, it followed through with a retest of the resistance here at the previous swing high at the 100% fib area, and it's been attempting to break out higher, and it finally did close right at the swing high itself. So we'll see whether there's going to be a continuation move for next week. And if it's really a breakout, then it should try to continue to climb up at least to retest this other swing high here at the 1563 area. Yep, and before it attempts to climb up higher, the weekly pivot will be a new one next week, so we'll see what it is. But for now, it's managed to find support from the 1550 level and attempting to climb up higher. There isn't any major US news this week, so we'll see whether there's any follow through with this move. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. And from Wednesday's daily analysis, we were highlighting that this is a key potential resistance area at the junction of the swing high and the upper channel trend line. It did attempt to break out higher a few times, and it did pull back, but it has managed to find support from the 55 period EMA. So it's been closing in right into this apex, consolidating right into this apex, and finally broke through and finding support now at this resistance. So we'll see whether this will hold as support and whether it's going to continue higher. So it has to break above this high now. So let's mark this one as a resistance. And, oops, don't want to do that. Let's mark this here and take out the ray. So it's got to break above this swing high at the 1563 level. Otherwise, if it retreats lower and falls back below the upper channel trend line, then it could fall back below the 1550 and the 55 period EMA and roll over lower. Right, so we'll see what happens at the start of the week. It could attempt to push up higher initially, so we'll see how that develops. Now at the inverse side, on the dollar yen did break through a key resistance at the 110 level, and it's clearly breaking out from this upper trend line of potentially this triangle, and after hitting the weekly R1 pivot, it has formed a spinning top, and this could be just a pause, and it could continue further up, or it could be a reversal as it rolls over. But for now, we can mark this as support first, and then there's another if it falls back down to retest this previous trend line, then that's another support area where there's a previous swing high as well. So we could also flip this over so that we can get the continuation move, bullish continuation move, if it does continue up higher, but it's got to make its way all the way up to almost the 111 area, and that was where the last week's weekly R2 level was, but that's still quite a ways away. And with just the one US news this week at the end of the week on Friday, which is on some minor news on the flash manufacturing and services PMI, so it's difficult to see that it's going to extend this move for now. And the US is also on holiday on Monday, so it's only a 4-day week, trading week for next week. Alright, so let's just take a quick look on the 4-hour time frame, and you can see that it's struggling at this intermediate resistance zone, which we had already marked from Wednesday midweek analysis. So there's a couple of key support zones that that needs to hold if it's going to continue up higher. Alright, there is a Bank of Japan rate decision, monetary policy decision as well on Tuesday, but there may not be any significant changes for now. So we'll see how the dollar yen will react to that. Okay, let's switch back to the daily time frame. So meanwhile, do check out my other videos on the euro, cable, and the Aussie dollar as well as the Ichimoku analysis. And have a good trading week. There won't be any weekly analysis next Sunday because it's going to be the Lunar New Year for Singapore and the most of the Asian region, Southeast Asia, and Asian region as well for the Chinese. So there will be a midweek analysis this Wednesday. So until then, have a good trading week and cheers.